Yo, what up, what up, what up? This your boy, Chill B, and I'm back with you. And this is the My Selfish Podcast. And right now, we're back getting a few topics. I feel like, I just been reminded. So, it's my way, like I said, step away from the group. And just kind of speak on some things that I've been looking at, I've been seeing. And the first of the three topics I'm going to talk about is pretty much a question. Is every woman capable of being what we call a Proverbs 31 woman, a virtuous woman? Does everybody have that in them? What does it take to get to that status? And I just want to point out a few things that I noticed when I was reading the scriptures, man. And one of the things that they points out, if you go to Proverbs 31, that sticks out to me is pretty much how it says that a woman is clothed in strength and in dignity. Strength and dignity. Okay, and one thing I've noticed with a lot of women, especially in the community, we have the strength part down. Now, ain't nobody gonna tell me that the women that I've seen, the women I've been around, are not strong. But now the dignity part is the part where we have to, make sure we balance it out, because there's some women who are too strong, and it's not their fault, all of their fault, because vulnerability is hard when you've been screwed over so many times. So now, one thing to make sure you fall in that category is make sure that you are a woman who is clothed, not loving hip hop, but clothed in strength and dignity. So, and another thing I noticed when I was reading the scriptures, how it talks about their mate, their spouse, and you can be, have all the attributes and the characteristics of that, but then if you get with the wrong person, it's just all in vain. It's going to be a hard time to maintain it, because you don't have someone there who's going to be with you, grind it out when you really down, or you be with you when it's really time to go to work. So it also talks about how her husband is well known at the city gates, where he sits with the other civic leaders. That doesn't mean you have to be at some, high position or whatever. But it's good to know that your husband is in good standing. He's a high character guy. He's a guy who compliments you with your strength and with your dignity. So both of you can raise that family. So both of you can continue to go forward together, make each other happy, as well as be factors and effective in your communities and whatever, your local church, however you feel the need to be, or wherever you are effective. So let's be looking at that. Every woman does have the capability of being a Proverbs 31 woman, Proverbs 31 chick. And my second topic is, men, we have to be held accountable, because don't be going looking for no Proverbs 31 woman if you're not an Ephesians 5 brother. Don't get you a Proverbs 31 sister if you're not an Ephesians 5 brother. Ephesians 5, it talks about how the husband shall love his wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. So that means we have to give up our selfish ways. I'm talking as a man too, because I'm not yet married. So we have to make sure that we always daily correct ourselves and realize it ain't just us. If you in this relationship, it ain't just about us. We're not the only ones supposed to be happy. We're not just going to have sex and think that's good enough for us to say we have been intimate. That's not how it goes. So now we have to make sure that we love our wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for us. So we have to give up and compromise with our spouse. And we have to make sure that we are all in, because Christ was all in. He didn't compromise the sin. He came and died for it and defeated it. But he was all in for us. He came and sacrificed it. That's what we really need to do. So when the Proverbs 31 sister meets the Ephesians 5 brother, we realize the sacrifice that it is, and we find joy in that. So let's just make sure that we continue to build on that Proverbs 31 chick, but also make sure you have that Ephesians 5 brother. I love it. And my final thing goes to my segment of Christians need to stop. The Lord Pray segment it is. This is when I point out something that has irked me throughout the week, irked me just today or whenever. It was Pastor Darrell Scott. This the pastor from Cleveland, who we've seen up there on the Trump campaign, And he just recently was telling everybody that he met with the top gang thugs of Chicago, and they were willing to work with Donald Trump about getting the body count down so they can get, programs in that area. And then after having, some time go by, he has to backtrack, and he has to say, well, hold on. I must say I overspoke. I didn't really, I didn't necessarily tell them that, or they didn't necessarily give me that. So now he's backtracking because it was a lie. No way this guy just gonna waltz into Chicago and talk to the quote top gang thugs. When he said that, a lot of us who in social media was reading, we knew it was a lot in. So you get the Lord pray for this week. And I just gotta say, Christians, you gotta stop. You can't do that. Don't make yourself look stupid and then try to backtrack later, because they're going to come down extra hard on us. And if you're in a position and a title like that, you definitely going to get it. So he's been labeled with a lot of things, and I'm trying not to, I'm refraining from using the word coon anymore, because that's what's been popular and popping here lately. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't use that term, because I'm trying to give my brother second chances. But, bro, he tiptoeing across that line, man. I ain't saying no coon train, but it really looks bad. I just don't like the way it looks in all seriousness. It just looks real bad. So I just wanted to point that out to you. I thank you for tuning in with me. This has been My Selfish Podcast. Proverbs 31, chicks stand up. Ephesians 5, brothers hold it down. This your boy Chill B, CNT, and we up out of here.